The school in 1991. I've been in charge for a year. 3 classrooms crammed inside an old Victorian building, a little changed over 100 years, and a fourth class in a temporary hut on the small back playground. Ruby, the caretaker, arrives with the rooster's call at dawn, and I follow on shortly after to manage paperwork before school opens for all. The tide pushes up Chesil Beach, and in the village the daily human tide sweeps families down the lanes to the school. First to arrive, children that live in Shipton Gorge are dropped on the green, then village children, those from Bridport. Around 90 in all meet and greet each other as teachers and assistants set up for the day. Ex-head teacher Len Starkey lives almost opposite the school, in Magnolia House. He's well used to the rhythm of the school day. The handbell rings, bringing quiet to the playground as children file into class and then cram into the biggest classroom for morning assembly. This large room would have been the original Victorian teaching space before extensions were added. After assembly, desks are moved back for lessons to begin. The picture here from 1944 shows American troops billeted in the village, preparing for D-Day and talking to the children. The same room, but in 1991, a classroom I shared with Sue. I had to teach every day as well as being the head teacher. A shed, bolted to the side of the school, acted as an office and a staff room. It was cosy, to say the least. Children let off steam at break times in very confined playgrounds, but they made the most of them, overlooked by grey and grave ancestors. The old brick outdoor toilet still stood at the back of the rear playground, drawing children to speculate wildly on the monsters still lurking in those dark spaces. The front playground was reserved for older children, who often rehearsed team games, their laughter ringing out over the village. The Class 3 hut dominated the rear playground, the teacher putting her creative stamp on the wooden shed. All infants were crammed into 2 small rooms, added to the main building in the 1880s and the 1920s. And in 1991, time to ring the changes. The school is stripped of decoration, desks, books and equipment, all packed into crates to be shipped to the temporary school in Bridport that will be our home for a year as remodelling work commences. I carefully take down the honours board, names of those fallen in world wars, picked out in gold on oak. They've looked over generations of village children, a poignant reminder of village history and pride. And the human tide sweeps back out of the village at day's end for the last time for a year, leaving the village in peace. There are 3 sounds that show the village heart beats healthily: the church bells that ring out, the distant boom of surf drawing Chesil Stone up and down, and the children laughing and shouting as they play with friends at break times. One is missing for a year, and it felt wrong. But retired head Len knows it'll be worth it in the end. The film you've just seen was made by children in 1991, and here, just a brief glimpse of the new school building. More to follow.